Hello, welcome back. We've got another match for you guys here at the CS Summit 6 Online Edition. And I don't know if I expected either of these teams to pick up their matches. I don't know if these teams expected to have to play against each other either, because who would have thought that both these upset happens? Both PACT over top of Mad Lions and Fate over Dignitas leads us to this. PACT and Fate. Have fun. It of course begins on overpass, and we're already in the pistol, so buckle in, everybody. Should be a good one.
Yeah, I think this veto worked out quite well for PACT, actually. They got three maps that they like. They play a lot. They win a lot on. And they're starting out this round really strong. Yeah, that's long control done. I mean, it sucks when you have the Glocks and you turn that corner and there's that much of a long setup going on. We saw the last match Fate played. They tried to do a reverse version of this where they actually cleared out via B in through the stairs and then came up into bathrooms, but this time around it's different, but not for the better. But these teams coming off giant upset wins. Enormous.
HP is so low. Even Sobel is going to go down. He had the most amount of health of everybody else. I almost want to say he had as much health as everybody else combined. Last man up is Blocker. He's going to get himself one, but even with low HP, they just played it properly, responding and trading appropriately. So PACT will take your first pistol.
Well, both teams have a full day of maps, and these two teams actually have an MDL match versus each other tomorrow. Quite funny. They both have big wins to come off of. Now they're playing each other right now, and they'll have a rematch tomorrow as well in MDL. Pretty cool to see that. So yeah, the maps will look better for PACT here because they get Vertigo, which Fate do not play. And then they go on to Train, which they both have a 78% win rate on and have played it 9 maps. So Fate, they're happy about Overpass. We saw them win versus Dignitas on Overpass as well. But PACT also have an 80% win rate on this map, even though they played it less times. So we'll see. This could be very easily a 2-0 game. But by that same token, very easily a 2-1.
This is probably my favorite M4A1S skin.
Okay, it's like an anarchist skin.
Yeah, it's got some Nom vibes to it. It's all about that olive green. But as we appreciate the colors of the rifles, we remember there's a dire situation with pistols here for Fate. They get close to the bathrooms, close enough, in fact, to maybe scare PACT back a little bit here. They give up that forward position and instead play on site. Darko, finally going to get some impact going, but he's blinded. Nice flashbang by Blocker. That's going to be enough to get the first Eagle kill. Sobal drops down into the water as he loses his teammate. Bomb thrown onto the site. And another fed to the MP9. Tech9 answers back. Man, the rate of fire on that thing is insane. There's a flank from Nikki, though, coming in from behind Heaven. So Blocker, he's going to disengage from this, and that should buy attention. Or rather, buy time to turn attention.
Wait, did he hear? Well, the flash goes right by him. Oh, my God. Nikki was
now
running,
he answers.
Too. There's 7 seconds. CT just has to run and hide, and he wins.
What a weird situation. The flash comes by him like, whose is that? Where'd that come from? And still he didn't turn around. He must have thought that was so... I don't even know what he's thinking.
Well, he got blinded,
must have thought it was a teammate. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
That's super weird. I guess, and Nikki's just had to start running, even though Blocker wanted to disengage because of the amount of time left over. So there's a bit more time, you'd think. Fate actually locked that up, but it was all about PACT holding their ground before they fell back to allow them to delay long enough.
That was weird, but we moved by it. Look. Straight up rifles up. Because they saved the M4. Afford the AK in Galil. You know, one person wasn't going to have money. So I suppose why not? It's just, of course, this could really come back to bite them. Like, this is the type of economic situation that could give PACT a 5-0, 6-0 lead if Fate aren't careful.
If could give PACT. Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways, right? Both are on 0. Fate, in fact, have better guns.
There it is.
First frag goes to
Blockers
Fate.
first. Goofy's hanging out close. Long players walking up. 3 of them. Now the rotators, how much attention do they put on bathrooms as opposed to long? Because they are right there on the cusp of the bomb site. Goofy and Darko with a kill apiece. CTs down. As 2 survive for Fate, they're on the board pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so PACT no money. So yeah, nice round from Blocker. Good kills there. 5-0, 5-2 start. Sorry, he was fantastic on overpass as the B anchor on the CT side. It's cool. We already know something about Fate now. We've watched the whole series with them on these maps. Adds a little bit of context to the situation. Yeah, and we'll get to now find out exactly how good PACT are after their win. I mean, they took a bigger team down. You know, they took Mad Lions down. That's bigger than Dignitas for sure.
Absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, but these guys probably practice against each other because of MDL and their tier. So you would expect this could be closer for that reason.
How cool is it that because it's almost like they're, I'm sure, I feel like especially on the side of PACT, right? Knowing that Fate had just beat Dignitas, like you're kind of very thankful that your opponent also upset, because now one of these, let's call them MDL level teams, right? Like tier 2 competition. One of them gets through. The winner of this qualifies for the legitimate summit.
Yeah.
If you look at the other teams that are currently in the round of 8, these are arguably
Oh wait, can you hear him?
the lesser 2.
Manice. He must have heard some footsteps there. But he eats the flash. They fall back. It's going to be called. There's 4 stack over towards B. Is the flank coming in again?
Yep, it's already here.
Look at this.
Oh, now he's just going to start shooting, rootin', tootin'. Nicky lays down that smoke on short. He's done everything. He's just slipped right in. He was one of them. A turncoat. Fate find 2.
I don't even know how he got there. I don't know if he walked through bathroom side into CT spawn or what he did, because yeah, they had a player pushed up long, thinking he had the drop on the whole situation to call the rotations over towards B. He said, "Hold there, they're coming right for you." Meanwhile, there was somebody who had slipped by. Back to USPs. Well, USPs again, I should say.
Off of the flash, they try to burst. Patrick falls back slightly. Harn, he's got 2. Patrick's back into the action. Glock for the 3rd. And while Manice will kill Nicky, it's an open A bomb site, open route right towards it. I'm excited to watch Manice and see what he has to give us. You know, to me, it's the most recognizable name on PACT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's definitely a conversation about Manice to join VP at some point. And yeah, he was always up there. Just that whole old roster. Manice, Sparrow, Rowlin.
Yeah.
Who was the guy who's the little guy that Snacks hugged that one time? That's the guy who joined VP. What's his name? Why do I forget his name?
I'm literally gonna look up the Virtus Pro Wikipedia for that reason, because there's no way we can drop this.
He was always he was always looked at as like the best player outside of VP, and would sub in for VP sometimes, and then eventually join the team. I can't remember his name. Anyways, Manice comes out with an opening kill, pushing up. Mar is done for, and Goofy, Manice holding on to bathrooms. Goofy's got a great angle to play with the shadow advantage. Can't turn it into 2 frags. Nice trade here for Blocker, but maybe this round is a bridge too far. They've got Manice on the up, holding down long still, and he'll get a free frag. Nice rotation over from him. And they maintain control over this fishbowl in the bathrooms.
Patrick's walking in. Looking to the right. 2 players to his left. And there's the peek from Sobol. Bomb's been dropped, so absolute confirmation. Blocker, he would love to leave. Will they let him go? That's the question.
Oh, Mihu.
Yes, yeah. Mihu, who now plays on Team Envy.
Yeah, what the hell?
Weird one, eh?
Crazy, crazy.
Darko gets it. 4 up.
Nicely done. It's a quickie. Oh, maybe a little bit more loss.
What happened to Snatchy? Now that I'm looking at the old VP lineup.
Yeah, I honestly haven't kept up with
I'm
where
looking right
he's
now.
been
Oh, he's
last.
on Sprout.
Whoa, he's on Sprout.
Whoa,
Okay.
he's on Sprout. How crazy. Yeah, Speedy, Favin, Dennis, Daicha,
You know what's so
Snatchy.
funny about that? Because you had Snacks join Mouse Sports, and Sprout have like Speedy who's on Mouse Sports, but then Snatchy looks like Snacks.
Yeah, all right. I
Yeah.
see your connections.
It's a weird one.
I see your mind map.
It's a very great player, Snatchy.
Yeah, dude. His opping revitalized Virtus Pro when he first jumped onto that roster.
Mm-hmm.
It's a stark upgrade over Papito Biceps. Pasha Biceps, he's been biking through the Polish countryside lately.
Really?
According to his social media platforms. Yeah, I guess he's getting into cycling. Guy's
Oh.
looking cut as all hell.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah, no, more than ever, dude. Now it's like, before it was like muscles,
That
biceps.
guy's a
dude.
content machine, man. I don't think I've
Hell
ever
yeah.
met a player who can just say funny things back to back for entire conversations. I don't even know if he realizes it all the time. I'm sure he does some of the time, but my God, the funniest player ever. He's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, the students of the Pasha London English School have all grown up, man. We talk about Coldzera's English. We talk about Fur's English.
Well, what about Shox' English? His English
Yeah.
isn't getting any better.
Yeah, well, that's because he stayed on the French teams,
That's true.
Who do we look at for the French scene to have improved
I mean,
French? Kenny
Fur
S.
sounds like a California surfer, bro. His English has gotten so good. Like his accent is like completely gone. It's crazy. He's been the most impressive for me. There was a point where I interviewed him in 2016 where he didn't want to do it in English, and now he speaks better English than any other pro that learned it as a second language. But we've got some pressure outside Monster. However, a great response here from the CTs. I like the setup so far from PACT.
Close one in the smoke. Goofy, he hasn't pulled the trigger. Just a grenade that comes soaring back. Mar, he bounces a frag off of the hedges. Harn, off the flash, decides to burst into the B bomb site, but he loses his teammate just behind him. Good thing he's got more. 15 seconds left. Darko, he's on the bomb site. Oh, he jumps up, denies the plant. Sobel's able to grab another couple kills, and it is all on Mar. No time for fate. They really boiled that one down to the wire. Props to Darko on the bomb site.
Yeah, totally. And Sobel to cover him. And they lock it down. Yeah, I really do like how PACT are approaching the CT side. I mean, their setups look very, very clean so far. Got a lot of good rotations, and the op is making sure to peek and move around. And Fate, on the other hand, at least they've got Harn, who's starting off hot with 9 kills. But they've clearly got their work cut out for them. And Mar, he's the only one with an AK this time around. Everybody else has pistols around him.
How about a long peek?
What if he had a
It's
teammate
doable.
named like Daffy or something? That would be hilarious. That would make it even funnier.
Goofy.
Mickey,
I don't know who created that character.
Sora.
Bit of a freak.
Yeah. It's a dog, right?
Who knows what that thing is?
Wow,
man?
this setup, another kind of cool setup here. They're going to watch their backs at long from the rock. It's not every
There
day.
it is. Nice. Excellently done, Goofy.
Uh-oh.
Minis gonna get caught off guard. You know, pistol versus op up close, it kind of happens sometimes. Sobal, headshot versus Mar. That's going to allow him to go and try and plug the hole at long, but Goofy's gone down as well. There's a second weapon for Blocker to pick up. They already have the Kevlar from the start of the round. They've got some utility to make this happen. It's the time that's really the biggest issue, and Sobal just up here, tucked in the corner, ready and waiting. He's going to go ahead and spray down. Nice doubles. Consistent 2Ks coming in from Sobal in back-to-back rounds.
And they delivered the op right to Sobol to make sure that they could have it for the next round. Hey, you guys left this behind. We couldn't let the guy who was opping live, but we want to make sure it returns to its right owner. So I think Manice makes a giant mistake there, where, first of all, he hangs Goofy out to dry. Goofy does his half of the job, and then Manice starts lurking around versus pistols with this op. Could have absolutely played it a bit more carefully. And things got almost out of hand. But they win. So I guess we can be outcome oriented for a second. This Fate, they've only got P250s to work with once again, and the op will ring off.
Looking for more. Ooh, Goofy goes down, but Sobal's here to clean up his kills. Tries to control the spray down. Almost gets the job done. It's a quick USP tap to put Nikki to sleep. Good night. And we'll have Fate back in with a buy. Lots of cash. I'd love to see if Harn picks up an op here. He's the man to buy it if they decide to.
I think you should do it.
I'm going to put shoes on really quickly.
Shoes inside the house. We're going to find out why when he gets back. Shoes inside the house. Why not house slippers?
Thanks for that. I'm back.
What kind of shoes? Like lace-up sneakers?
Yeah, I put on my they're like Flyknit Nikes, like my gym shoes. I was wearing my slides. My feet were getting cold. I'm not wearing long socks. I put on my gym shoes.
Oh,
Plus
I
3
feel
agility.
So comfortable hearing that. Plus 3 agility. Yes, shoes inside the house. That's horrible.
I've been commentating every event this week with my shoes on.
Oh my god.
Are you just standing up barefoot? Dude, if your toes are gonna get cold. I have bad circulation.
Asian households do not allow shoes inside the house.
Yeah, well, I'm a basement dweller.
Oh, Nikki's already out. And, another peek here. Darko doesn't win his duel. He's been pretty consistent.
You don't have indoor shoes?
I have slippers.
Yeah.
Not
Me
shoes
too,
that I would wear
but not
outside
shoes.
inside.
Oh my goodness. I never wear them outside. It's for the gym and home only.
Oh, okay.
Nice op peek. Right into Harn, in fact. Like, he was ready for that. He was waiting. He's able to get the better of it, but
he was like, I'm going to win this when he peeks me. It's literally, it was his dream for Manice to peek him.
Turned into a nightmare real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I steal your joke?
No, you actually didn't think of that for some reason, because I'm an idiot, so I'm really glad that you actually came through with that.
Well, that makes you quite goofy. He's going to run away.
What a slippery boy. Slides that out of there.
Sobel. 10 and 5. Looking to come up quickly behind the connector. Oh no. Oh no. Sobel, he just heard the second pair of feet as well. He knows exactly what's going on, and he has shut it all down. Fate, they were trying to rock the boat back with 15 seconds left, and Sobel, well, because he slipped into B short, he's got it all down. 12 and 5, as Manice is 11 and 5. So these are the two names that have got my eyes on them. One eye each so far.
Yeah, hopefully they don't switch rosters. Get cross-eyed. Tea timeout called. They've got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I think this is a problem of winning their default. PACT look good today, man. They're really hitting shots. They look very, very clean. Their setups look solid. This is a big step up, I feel like, in gameplay. Honestly, compared to Dignitas on overpass, their CT side looks very good. I think the PACT CT side looks even better than Fate's CT side. Man, I've always wondered why they're, I've brought this up a million times, but, Brazil, we got like so many good teams coming out of Brazil. But
Sure.
Poland for a long time was like the biggest or second biggest CSGO region in the world, but we only ever had one good team. Like, why? How could we not have room for 2 tier 1 teams with so many players? Yeah.
And I think there was a time period where like the argument was because Virtus.pro refused to change their roster, that like any upcoming Polish players didn't get that platform, and maybe 5 Polish players outside of VP weren't good enough to break through. But now that VP is no more, so where's Poland at?
I don't know, but yeah, but you could say they still had room to exist with VP existing on different teams,
Sure.
right? Like even if they different,
And
like
for a while.
look at Sweden, right? Like Sweden has struggled recently, but they got Fnatic, Nip, a bunch of other rosters and players bouncing around, and Nip didn't make a roster change for the longest time.
Remember, AGO was a top 10 team for a little bit.
Yeah, AGO is good, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And then VP poached a couple players and both teams unraveled. So
True.
weird, huh? Goofy. Good for one. Manice, he's been getting screwed over, dude. People keep pressuring him, and he's been good for a couple of shots, but he's had to swap to the sidearm like 3 rounds in a row now. This time he does best the player and falls back at 50 HP in the 4 versus 2. 30 seconds left.
Just don't miss, forehead.
It's really that easy. Nothing going to happen down here at the B site. It's A, if anything. 20 seconds. Mar, he's dropped that bomb. Manice, he hears the footsteps of Nikki come out. Shadow advantage, and Sobel, yet again, in for another double. 14 and 5 at the top of the scoreboard in this server at the moment.
Okay, in the last 6 rounds, we have a total of 10 deaths for PACT. The last 3 rounds, they've only lost a single player. A single player in the last 3 rounds. Getting better and better.
So 10 deaths in the last 6 rounds is 1/3 of all possible deaths. And 1 death in the last 3 rounds, that's 1/15 of all possible deaths. So great stats, great fractions. Painting a picture here that PACT is in control of the situation. No bomb plants either. 0 bomb plants in the last 6 rounds. That's 0 for 6. That's 0.
0%, 0 over 0. Yeah.
Big old goose eggs.
Well, answering back is nice. Nikki for Goofy. Goofy has been trying to get bathrooms control. It's been his job. He's been a sanitation engineer of the team on the CT side. He's been doing usually a fantastic job. Delaying staying alive.
Molotovs, flashbangs. It's all over the place. And Sobel, well, he is always here, man. Omnipresent. Good for a double kill. It is the keys to take it back. Fate in control of the situation. A man advantage. Darko, though, wastes no time. Hot on the flank. And he deals with the offer. Ooh, but Mar, he doesn't play the plant. No, sir. He goes for the headshot, and Fate find their 4th.
Okay, yeah. The frag goes a bit too far. Manice drops his shot. I mean, he's been good, but he drops one there. That's pretty important versus Bank. And yeah, Sobel, I can't believe he even gets those 2 kills. He was standing on a Molotov. I think he got very lucky about how it spread, and it seemed like he was quite close. But then he even pushes out to get the second, and they didn't expect him to come out. They thought he was trapped for sure, and so did I. So I have X-ray.
Flagship monster. Nobody there. Not yet. Blocker is slowly working over, but I'm curious to see if this connector control works out. It's a good flash. It's an excellent flashbang. Nikki saw nothing.
Well, clap back from Manice. He's over short side to B. What will this do to the rotations for Fate? They're always playing from behind, having only 3 alive. Looks like they rock back to A along with 2 players from PACT. Oh, how they play right into your hands, PACT.
pretty consistently as well. See if Sobel can get his double. There's only 3 targets left to take. Manise, having smoked off long, extends ever so slightly. 35 seconds. I didn't feel like Fate played this slow versus Nip on overpass. Excuse me, Dignitas. Oops. Ooh, Darko, a flash from the B site. Goes all the way up into the depths of A. And he gets an assist, a double assist. That was thrown from the water of B bomb site above the truck on site. I love it.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really cool. All teams do it, but it's usually a rotation flash, usually something that like you feign or you're running back, you're trying to get them to stop running in. But it's got so much potential, as we just see, to use it as an actual extra flash on the A site. It's impossibly hard to dodge. It's only dodge. It's only after image because it's so high and so far away. But it's if you don't have to worry about your teammates and where they're looking, it's beautiful. So fast B rush now on to round 14, and the nades come out. Oh, the nades are great. Man, PACT are so good. PACT are actually so good.
You seem convinced.
Yeah, they're like actually a really good team. I think based on what we're seeing, like. Yes. I think I'm not talking out of both sides of my mouth here. We saw Fate versus Dignitas, wasn't too impressed with either team really, and I would say like Fate was more about the individuals. Like I was like they didn't blow me away like Triumph did. I think PACT not necessarily have either, but they look like a tier above in terms of their setups and their fragging ability and all of their pieces moving around. And I also think it's a bit of an optical illusion about who's playing faster, because I think what we were missing just overall in that Dignitas Fate match was just there was so little pressure being applied in multiple places. It felt like the rounds are moving along so much slower. We're having way better utility usage on the CT side, way more options being opened up. It just feels right.
Feels good, huh? You like it?
Yeah.
Well, they don't like that. Frag grenade at the feet of Patrick and Blocker, who have been completely countered so far. I mean, we're talking 11-4. Not a single round win by way of defuse either for Fate. So just very convincing. No bomb plants, no nothing. Patrick, who we saw perform incredibly well versus Dig to get them here. Poor guy's 2 kills, 14 deaths. Harn's given us something to talk about, but really it's just been Sobel and Manise and Darko. I don't think I've said Lunatic once this half. I haven't had to because his teammates look so good at the moment.
Oh yeah, he's the second.
I genuinely don't think I ever said his name.
I don't think so either. I mean, I don't remember where he played, but like Sobal, Darko, they're like site anchors on A, Manise opping, and Goofy pushing up bathrooms. Don't remember where Lunatic played. Wasn't even necessary. So we'll see what happens in the second half. Not to bring up anyone on PACT in a negative light right now, because they've been smoking it, man, killing it. I think he was in B. I don't know. I can't remember.
You know what doesn't bode well either? The fact that this is, of course, Fate's map pick.
Yeah, and they don't want to play Vertigo, so
nope.
And you especially don't want to play Vertigo when you don't play Vertigo. Like the other maps, you might not be in your pool because you don't like it, even though you practiced it. Vertigo, you may have never touched ever. So,
and out of curiosity, Fate removed Nuke.
Yeah,
which is definitely something you need to get away from PACT.
Yeah, they just have a worse map pool, so make the MDL match interesting tomorrow.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get any of the 3 maps that are on the docket here this evening.
We should go cast that if we have time.
We'll pay them.
Let me cast this. You guys get to do the rematch, so we want to be there for the rematch. We had a bit of a tech pause. Don't worry, folks. I think he took a tech pause to go to the toilet. I don't think that's technically technical. Like, what do we define technical as? I guess it doesn't have to be an electric issue. It'd be a technical problem with your body.
Yeah, it's a hardware problem.
Yeah,
this hardware is leaking.
Maybe it is technical. What do you think, folks? Bathroom break, tech issue, same thing.
Yeah. Get your votes in. That's what we need. We need like a live Twitch chat.
Oh, if we could bring up polls, we'd go off.
Yeah. I feel like Summit's this is the time of place where
for sure
we could be out there. We could be putting the feelers out, holding hands with Twitch chat at a socially acceptable distance. Mar, he gets goofy at quite the distance down long, but then he retreats into the bank to be met by Manice. And at the start of this one, we had Fate with 4 guys on that B site. Sobel, he hears a very loud flank and blocker. He came out of that staircase like it was impossible for somebody to be there, but it is still even, 3v3. They have fallen back ever so slightly closer to the bathrooms. Lunatic. Tucked close. 2 flashbangs here. No kit. First flash pops, and Lunatic's going to keep this one going. Sobel's good for his consistent headshot. And it's just Patrick who gets tapped in the head. A 3-piece for Sobel on the pistol. This guy is 20 kills and 6 deaths deep.
Beautiful. That's an amazing match from Sobel so far. What a god. Holy. Okay. Yeah, a couple of very cool score lines, but Sobel dressing to impress. And Fate have no choice but to invest. 2 scouts, CZ, 2 MP9s. Spun the roulette wheel and lost.
Charging in. Patrick gets the headshot and a second. Here we go, Patty. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I feel like I attracted that to him. We were celebrating Patrick for a moment. Then he just gets blown to smithereens. Sobel's still up. I put Sobel into the Polish to English translation. It recommended I translate from Russian instead. Turns out Sobel translates to sable, which is apparently some sort of animal. It's a species of marten, a small omnivorous mammal primarily inhabiting the forest environments of Russia. Yeah, omnivorous. That's what
omnivorous. Wait, so what is it? Look, what's an animal that it looks like?
It looks like a ferret. It looks like a ferret or like a mongoose. Its habitat also borders eastern Kazakhstan, China, North Korea, and Japan.
I wonder if that's what it is that he. But it's it's Russian, so maybe it's like another. He might not like it. Might not be it, but it could be. Oh,
unlucky. Minis.
Well, you know what? Listen, I don't know how they pulled the rotates, but they push back into CT spawn, and then PACT get the site for free, and it was a 2v3. That was a kind of
tried to cover the drop. Yeah, he's shooting shots, so focused on the graffiti side that Sobel just creeps out of his little den and gobbles him up. Omnivorous.
Omnivorous.
But it's an omnivore, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's where they tricked me.
No, I don't think you're technically incorrect. Just a very weird way to say it.
Oh.
To say the word. Yeah. You haven't heard it said that word, have you?
Omnivore? Well,
no.
I've heard it said that way in my head.
Oh, okay.
No, I have not heard that. But, as I said, I'm a basement dweller, so who knows? My worldview, not applicable to all situations. You know it's not applicable to any situation? 2 P250s and a USP. I mean, I'm sorry, Fate. You guys are getting bullied at the moment, and it shouldn't be getting any easier. But somehow, some way, they stack up appropriately, find the first MAC-10, and damage the second. Darko, he is taken down to only 13 points of health. But PACT, they'll waste no time trying to come out from Monster. Nikki hits them with the flashbang, which slows their approach, but doesn't completely prevent them from overtaking this bomb site. He's tapping away with the USP, but it's a glorious spray down from Lunatic and Goofy. 2 frags apiece for them. 14-4. for PACT, a massive 10-round lead, but at least they'll be able to buy. We've got guns for Fate yet again.
Now this whole Mad Lion situation started to make a little bit more sense. Starting to see it a little bit more now. So in the Mad Lion situation, it was 16-11 and 16-13 on Nuke and Inferno. So they're playing 2 other maps. They didn't even beat Mad Lions on. These guys potentially have 4 maps they pwn on. They're like a real CSGO team.
Oh, nice. Blown off with a boost.
Match.
Yeah, we saw Fate die to that already today. Imagine
Yeah,
that. Different teams, same result.
Same triple nade. That's good.
Shit, I guess we can't play here anymore, boys. Uh-oh. Patrick eats a teammate's flashbang while he's in a Molotov, so he's shaved down to 29 HP. Mar shooting his teammate's corpse.
See how the pressure, like they're getting a kill without seeing anyone. They do so much damage. They've already exhausted the utility of Fate. They have options open on the map. Past 50 seconds, but they've been doing things this whole time. That's so good. Oh,
good job,
okay.
Nikki. Minis again. I'm telling you, if anybody's ever caught out, it's always him. Poor guy. But this is a burst back into the B site. They did a really good job of drawing the rotates. It looked like they were right there on
They
A.
drew every single player.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what?
Goofy.
They drew every single player out of B?
Yep. I swear they were all at the A site, PACT. It really felt that way.
Wow. But like you
just
don't
left
see a
at a
bomb,
moment's
you gotta
notice.
leave one. I guess unless they were going to go stack, but then you're not supposed to rotate back if you full stack gamble like that. But I guess they almost had the time to go back and do that. So nice timing from PACT.
Yeah. We've learned that if you try to stack against PACT, they'll just rotate back.
That really rolls off a ton. And actually, that last round too, where it was a 2v3 on Anti-Eco, PACT had them all leave the B site, even though they were both kind of outside monster. So PACT, they know something we don't know. They exist in Fate's head. Damn, dude. PACT might be just a very clean entry. I think Mad Lions are kind of the team that people are probably disappointed the most about, just based on their odds of actually doing well at the event. And PACT are showing us that like they definitely have earned the spot based on what we're seeing here. So one from Fate gone.
Woohoo! Close one.
Holy smokes. Insane CT side, a great T side.
It's the proper stack. As long as Fate don't rotate to the wrong bomb site, they've got a chance here. Nikki's going to extend. Oh, but it's covered by Manise. Great cover, in fact. But there's another player here. In blocker. MP9 again. They're lining up for him. He gets 2. Man advantage for PACT. Looking for the map win. Swapping around weapons. And the only 2 players up for Fate, the only 2 guys who can keep them in this game, are already on A. It's a double up on the smoke. Oh, but it's a blind spray from Darko. Good for a kill and a half. Patrick pushes past. He knows his flank is compromised. He wants the gunfight, and Darko's gonna best him. 16-4 on overpass.
I can't believe they actually won that round that way. Wow, on top of the whole match, man. They just look sick the whole time. They look so nuts. And PACT, they just played. We just watched them play. Now we have a bit more insight into how these guys beat Mad Lions. They look like a sick team. I'm excited to see them play versus better competition. But before that, of course, they've got to play on Vertigo. And this should be, from all that we're seeing about the maps and the vetoes, PAC's best route to be able to just score a map for free. This is one that they would have banned if it wasn't for Nuke.
Yeah,
for sure.
I feel like with Mad Lions, they cut through the bone first. Now it's just getting through the rest of the flesh. So we shall see. But absolutely dismantled on Overpass. We'll move to Vertigo. Mohan and I will meet you guys there. Please don't go too far.